I think I'm beginning to understand something. Why I'm not very popular on YouTube. Because I speak in a certain way. And it's not the voice or anything else or the rhythm in which I speak. But it's just a certain way I speak. I'm simply expressing my opinion and my view, my worldview. I think that's a funny thing because, I must seem like I'm a very incredulous person, don't I? Like, I'm this person who has a certain worldview and you can't talk me out of it. And you know what? I think that's true. You can't talk me out of my worldview. I think that there are a lot of people who have tried and are trying to talk me out of it. I was thinking about what Richard Dawkins was saying, and when I was watching the thing, The Four Horsemen, and they say, well, I think some of our books have changed people. We've talked, and I think you can talk a person out of their belief. Actually, you know what? I don't think you can. I actually disagree with that. I don't think you can talk anybody out of their beliefs. I think that when people change, when they go from, let's say, a person who goes to church every Sunday, who reads the Bible, who quotes the Bible, who maybe passes out literature and is trying to convert everybody. Like yesterday I was walking downtown and somebody handed me a Bible tract. I'm forever getting those things. I read about 10 minutes of it and I sort of tore it up, threw it away after I looked at it, And I always make it a point to at least read part of it. They're not saying anything new. It's all the same stuff. If you want to be saved, you got to accept the Lord Jesus. But what if I would have talked to one of those people on the street corner and I started reasoning with that person? And we sat down and have a cup of coffee because we were right in front of a cafe, a bookstore downtown. If I were to do that, if I were to talk to that person and that person decided that, I really don't want to be handing out these pamphlets and I really don't want to be doing this and I'd really rather live my life in a different way. I could say, I talked that person out of their religion. And let's say that they, from this point forward, they never go back to that and they live a different life. Well, I would argue that I really didn't talk that person out of the religion. I really didn't. I don't think you talk people out of things. I think what happens is people don't want to be in something in the first place. Sometimes people do things that they don't want to do. We all know that. I mean, all of us know that. We find ourselves doing things we don't really want to do, but we do it. We attend parties we don't want to attend. We go to different things that we don't want to go to. We do favors for people that we really don't want to do. And people go to church when they really don't want to go. All my life, I never really wanted to go to, they don't call it church, it's Kingdom Hall. I never really wanted to go. So I didn't. I mean, sometimes I didn't. Every so often I was sort of, had to go. But my parents never forced me into religion. That's one thing I give them credit for. They never forced it on me. But here's the thing. No one talked me out of a particular position or into another. I'm someone who does believe in God, but I follow my own way of doing things. And that makes me kind of like a pariah to a lot of people on both sides. On the atheist side, on the believer side. I'm not well liked. But I think what's important is I follow my own way. I do things the way I want to do it. No one talked me out of anything, and no one talked me into things. All I did was just do things the way I want to do it. I think what it is in this world is that there are things you want to do. But you just go along with the program because it's easier to flow with what everybody else wants you to do than to follow your own path. So what I do is I follow my own path. That's kind of my religion, so to speak. I read something in the Bible, and there are things in the Bible I agree with, and there are things in the Bible I don't agree with. Now, if I say that there are things I don't agree with, there are people who are very fundamentalist. They say, oh no, you can't do it that way. You have to follow everything in the Bible. And I say, no, not really. And I look in the Buddhist books, and I have many of them. And I agree with some of the things they say, and other things I don't. And I can look at the Quran. And yeah, I do read the Quran. And there are some things I agree with and some things I don't. So, I follow my own way. People say, oh, you're cherry picking. You can't just cherry pick what you like and what you don't like. And I'm not really cherry picking anything. I'm simply following my own way. And just like anything, just like, even when we talk about non-religious things, if someone were having a conversation and we were talking about the economy, if I'm talking with someone and we're talking about the economy, some of the things that person might say, I might agree with, and some of it I don't. I'm not cherry picking. Why does it have to be cherry picking? Because the ideal is I'm supposed to go down a particular path and follow everything. Either you agree with everything I say or you don't agree with anything I say. In reality, it doesn't work that way. How many of us agree with everything someone says? How many of us disagree with everything someone says? That rarely ever happens. When you're following your own path, when you're doing things your own way, it's not a matter of cherry picking. But, people who are trying to convert me, and there are people, I'm aware of that now on YouTube, and in just everyday life too. There are people who are trying real hard to convert me to their way of seeing the world. And they will not rest until they have converted me. And those people are going to be frustrated. They're gonna be very frustrated because I'm just going to keep on being Philip. That's the only thing I know how to do, and that's all I'm going to continue to do. It's just that simple. I'm just going to be